Hey, hey. Hi, guys. Welcome back. All right. So, this is going to be a collective message. It's not specific to zodiac, so I will call those out as I see them. I usually start these collective or bonus general messages, as I also call them. I start these out usually with an anecdote, something real that happened. And I'll just say, Aries and I had a really unpleasant experience. And he was stressed out, and I was stressed out. And then it was just like, you know how sometimes it's like I could read his little doggy body language, and I just knew he was not having any of it. He was not happy, and I wasn't either. And once we got out of there, it was so much more relaxed. Like I could just feel he was so much happier. And I said, "Yeah, we're not going to have to go back there again." I didn't like that either, and it feels like he's so much more like he understood. And so I don't know, but we both decided we're not going back there. But yeah, just an interesting thing. So we have veiled paths. Face the mystery of uncharted passages with the courage to explore the unknowns. All right. That could yield good or bad results, right? I've just described something that was obviously a negative experience, but let's get one more out of this deck, I think. I see goodbyes amidst unclear paths and frozen movements. The hardest choice is leaving for clarity. Okay, so we definitely have had some kind of unpleasant, sticky situation that somebody has gone through, and they decided to do the what I would call the most prudent thing and say, this is uncomfortable. This isn't making sense. Let me just exit stage left. What happened in this? What happened in this? Because I'm feeling like we have a character who had to leave. We have a Queen of Pentacles, and she would have been willing to give, but with this Five of Wands, somebody was hot and cold because it came out sideways, and we already have, a deck that has two different halves, very visible. I kind of feel like a Queen of Pentacles would have been really willing to give, but whomever she was dealing with was very confusing, very conflicted. They obviously had maybe a double life going on. So we could have a Virgo, Capricorn, or a Taurus who is in a place of like right now contemplating letting go of something. And I kind of feel like this is something that's already more or less ended, but this is the forever ending. This is where the Virgo's not ever expecting to repair this, because we have the Judgment in the deficit position. And it's like, why would I want to bring back a flaming skull? I wouldn't want to do that. If it had been this way, it would have been like, oh, you know what, this is fine, and we'll probably talk again someday on down the road. No, not in this story. Sorry, I've got lipstick smeared. Anyway, to me, I just see that we've got a Queen of Pentacles who's making peace with the fact that somebody was very confusing. They were hot, they were cold. We got a Two of Swords. She's acknowledging they turned their back on me, and that was their prerogative to do so. It is they who pushed me away, and that's okay. Whatever double life they were living, let me just take a look at that, because it really feels like a double life right now. That's the vibe that I get off of this. What was this character's double life about? Can you see that? Queen of Cups. Okay, so there could have been somebody else. Three of Wands in the reverse, Eight of Wands upright. You can't move on and build a new anything when you already have a present situation. The Three of Wands is in the reverse. Their future was already pre-mapped out, yet they were trying to pretend that they could move on, but they couldn't. Now, it doesn't mean even that they were in love with this queen. It means that this queen could have been in love with them, holding on to them. There could have been a guilt factor. Even here, you notice that we've got somebody who's got, like, they're red-faced. I almost feel as if they are ashamed, because it's kind of like while our character was sleeping, They were trying to escape. I think that they did something under the nose of a Queen of Cups. And that could have been the action that they took was to go toward the Queen of Pentacles. So they might have been trying to slip away from somebody who loved them that they weren't in love with. Seven of Pentacles. But they tried to do a slow quit, a slow ending, or quiet quitting, as they call it. All of this trying to escape, trying to fly away. But that wasn't possible. Why was it not possible? I mean, anybody who has personal freedom should be able to change anything in their life. We have a Queen of Pentacles in the reverse because their whole plan had to do with whether or not the Queen of Pentacles would roll with this. They wanted to escape and go to a Queen of Pentacles. They were living a double life, and I think they were trying to keep that a secret from the Queen of Pentacles as well. That's how this is coming across. And I'm thinking that the Queen of Pentacles knew something was off kilter, maybe called them out on it. All this, I don't get what's going on. I don't understand. The Chariot, in fact, okay, so hang on. This is a bit complex. The Queen of Pentacles is pretty straightforward. If you're part of my wolf pack, then it should be you're part of my wolf pack. You're not in another connection. You're not with somebody else. You need to get yourself clean and free before you try coming into my world. If she got an inkling that, hey, I was willing to give to this person, but I could tell that they had a double life, well, that's ridiculous. You can't have a double life and think that you can get something going with me if you already have some other connection. This Queen of Pentacles has standards, and she will bounce if things don't really follow like the regulations, the rules that she's comfortable with. And I believe that this individual, whomever they are, who wanted to be with the Queen of Pentacles, wanted to slip away from a Queen of Cups. They couldn't do it unless they had a soft landing place to land in the arms of the Queen of Pentacles. But the Queen of Pentacles was like, that's the wrong way to do things. You need to leave and clean up your mess first, and then you can come to me clean. I think that they knew that about the Queen of Pentacles, that the Queen of Pentacles was not going to tolerate that. Let me see. What did you think of the Queen of Pentacles? Two of Swords in the reverse. Yeah, it was very straightforward. The Queen of Pentacles, they knew without a doubt, she will not give to me unless it's under the correct circumstances. She's not made any secret of that. The Magician, she's very straightforward in what she manifests, how she manifests, the way she says things, what she wants. She's never been unclear. Okay, so why did they not just end things and do things in a proper way? Five of Swords, it almost feels like they resented the fact that they couldn't manipulate that Queen of Pentacles, because here things got ugly. Things got even mean-spirited, arguments, or maybe they didn't like the way the Queen of Pentacles laid it out in no uncertain terms. We can see that the Queen of Pentacles here is very surrounded by the ancestors. She could be highly intuitive. I'm thinking that our Queen of Pentacles in this story was exceptionally gifted at seeing, smelling, like something's not right here. I don't, what's going on? I don't get it. You definitely have a double life. What's the real story here? Here's the expectation. You're supposed to have been single. You're supposed to have been everything that you said you were if you're coming toward me. I think that her ancestors, her guides have really, bolstered her intuition. And I think that she's had no problem verbalizing what she's been thinking. And that pissed him off. With the Five of Swords, that's fighting, that's wanting to win, but they may have thought she was being combative, laying stuff out. I really think that this person did not want to hear what the Queen of Pentacles had to say, which was calling them out for trying this routine. They tried to still have another person, but they wanted to escape that other person. They wanted to move toward the Queen of Pentacles, at least initially, until the Queen of Pentacles could smell something was rotten in Denmark. And then then it's like, oh, I don't like her. That Queen of Pentacles, she's mean. She says exactly what's going on. She won't tolerate. She's mean. I'm mad at her. Okay. All right. So who are you, character? You notice they haven't even shown their face as like a particular counterpart. We've seen them here with somebody who has a double life, as a masculine who fights with themselves a lot. And then we've seen them here, in their outfit, turning and walking away, letting this whole relationship go with the Queen of Pentacles. We have a Six of Swords and we have the Judgment. I said, who are they? They seem to be somebody who has wanted so badly to like undo the choices that they already made in their life. They would like to live a calmer life. Something about the life they've been living has been very distressing for them. It's been really, even though maybe that Queen of Cups loves them, it looks like, I don't know if they were pushed into a relationship when they were younger. Maybe they still see themselves as young and not being very empowered to, choose what they really want in their own lives. So there's an element of, don't I have the right to be happy? Don't I have the right to escape this and have a better life? Well, sure. The only thing is they can't do it like a kid where they say, okay, who else is going to take care of me? I need to move into somebody else's arms instead of just dealing with what they don't want anymore. But there is some element of they have wanted to be this phoenix rising from the ashes. With this Judgment card, they have wanted to, make this reconciliation, like reconcile that they don't have to stay where they have been, that their life could be different. They want to move on from problems and difficulties and things that they're unhappy with. They could be a Scorpio, it doesn't have to be. Give me one more card on that Phoenix rising from the ashes, that Judgment card. We've got the Two of Cups, we got the Star. Who they are is somebody, I think they still really want this Queen of Pentacles. I think they see her as their wish fulfillment. I think that the way they've handled everything has been an absolute mess. But at this point, our Queen of Pentacles is under the assumption that, okay, well, this is a done deal. This is all done and over. We had a fight. I understand now why we have that icy goodbyes card. We had a fight. They said she's mean. She might have said something that was pretty on the nose, pretty sharp. And it could have been something that maybe she called it out to the letter because of all those owls, all of her guides. If she said something to them that was sharp, it might have been, to call them out for trying to have a double life instead of handling things in a precise fashion. Don't sneak away from one partner and monkey branch your way into my life. Don't try to grab for a new vine while you're still holding on to the other one, let go of the other vine and then come into my world. But that she may have just said it point blank, like that's so not okay if that's what you're trying to do. And that came across sharp and it upset them. But they still really want her, but they've made a mess of things with that Queen of Pentacles. They really want to fix things with the Queen of Pentacles. She is their Two of Cups. What is the Queen of Pentacles at this moment in time? Does she feel anything for them anymore? Because all we started out with was the icy goodbyes and the unknowns and kind of leaving this behind. And we saw her just recognizing, I was dealing with somebody who had a double life and it's over. She says that this is totally over. This is her assumption. I said, does she think about them at all? Yeah, she thinks that they're long ago and far away and that she's healing from them and whatever happened. With that Star card, she's healing from them. Ten of Wands, she's definitely laying down the burdens that surrounded this. She may even think of them kind of as somebody that was immature, somebody who had a lot of problems. She may be wishing them healing, but it looks like she's saying, whatever their fears were, if they had stuff from their childhood, I almost feel like she looks at them as an immature person who wanted somebody to take care of them and they didn't like where they were. So then they wanted her to be willing to take care of them, which I have to say that's exactly what this looked like. And they realized if she won't, give me the landing spot and give me this warm welcome, and instead she expects me to walk away from that other queen first, I'm trying to escape the other queen, but I haven't done it yet. But now the Queen of Pentacles says she doesn't want me because I'm still with some other queen. And they're mad about that. I would say that's very childish. I can see why she thinks of them as somebody who needs to like heal themselves from childhood wounds. If they keep looking, maybe she thinks that this person is looking more for a mother or a caretaker image instead of a partner. And she's like, I hope that they heal from that. I'm healing from the whole situation with them. So the Queen of Pentacles doesn't really see them as an equal potential partner, from what I can tell. What is it that they feel for the Queen of Pentacles at this point, other than we already saw that Two of Cups? They still want her as their match. We have the Wheel of Fortune. They feel for some reason like, even though they were mad at her in the past, even though all of this was a mess in the past, they still want to reconcile with her. She is still their Two of Cups. They are ashamed. Even here with the Two of Cups, they think that this was a once in a lifetime kind of a connection to meet, right? We have two unicorns. They continuously have the red face. I feel like they've been embarrassed of their own behavior. I feel like they've been ashamed, but that could also be that they're quick to anger. We have Three of Cups and Three of Swords. They, in their mind, with the Queen of Pentacles, they feel like now would be the time that they could move forward with the Queen of Pentacles. A reconciliation, but they also feel absolutely devastated and heartbroken. So maybe, hang on, why would it now be the time? Have you actually changed circumstances? Did you openly end things with the Queen of Cups? We have an action of Cups. It right now just says that they're very in love with that Queen of Pentacles. Okay, but what about the Queen of Cups? Two of Coins. We still see them trying to juggle. We still see them saying, yes, but now I know that I want to be with my Two of Cups person, my Queen of Pentacles, because she's that important to me. I love her. It's like, but they still want to juggle. It's like they still think that they can do the exact same thing all over again. Eight of Swords. When it comes to that Queen of Cups, they are always still somehow tangled up with her. Maybe their dynamics have changed. Like maybe they don't live with her anymore. Maybe they live across the street. Maybe before they were still living with an ex-partner and then wanting to move in with the Queen of Pentacles, and the Queen of Pentacles got a whiff of it and is like, something smells wrong. I don't understand. Why are you're supposed to be single? I don't think that you're single. I think you're living with somebody else. It feels like there's been minimal change, but they're still trying to juggle and they're still stuck when it comes to the Queen of Cups. So final message on this, because all I can see is that they know how important the Queen of Pentacles is. Queen of Pentacles is their Two of Cups. The Queen of Pentacles is not giving in to them though, and is not changing her stance. They have to level up to the Queen of Pentacles version before they could ever have anything to do with her, if they even could get her back. She's releasing them. This has been a long drawn out story where they've been in love with her all this time. They know she's really special, but they will not make the changes that they need to make. And the Queen of Pentacles is letting them go because of it. And it is the Queen of Pentacles is walking into the great unknown. If you guys want a part 2 to only look at the Queen of Pentacles and like where the Queen of Pentacles goes after this, you can drop me that message in the comment section. I'll do just like I did last time. If I get 100 comments that say yes and 500 thumbs up, I will do a part 2 for you guys this evening to just look at where the Queen of Pentacles go. I don't know if anybody's going to care about this second half of the story for that other character, but I feel like I'm interested to know what happens. So maybe you guys are too, but I'll let you guys decide. Thanks so much, guys. Bye.